Hi YouTube, Fitzy Fading here. One final pre-op video because tomorrow is the big day. I have to be there at 5:45 in the morning, which is going to be very, very difficult because I have two young kids that I need to drop off at my mom's before going. So that means I got to get up at like 4 so that I can get everything done and out of the house by 4:45. Get them dropped off and then get to the surgery care center. Excuse me. Not really much of an update since my last video, but just kind of letting you know what's happened since then. I met with my doctor for the first time, which is kind of weird. True Results, you do everything through them and you choose your doctor just from a list, and then they schedule an appointment just to kind of go over everything, all your labs and stuff, and then you don't see them again until your surgery. So kind of interesting. But I met him and I really liked him. A friend of mine had used him, so I already knew he was a really great doctor. So that was really good. He was very nice, kind of funny. I talked to him about the fact that I haven't really been losing a lot of weight on the liquid diet, and I was worried that that meant that I wouldn't lose weight after the surgery. I thought that maybe the liquid diet was kind of like a tell-all on how well your body would do, but he said no, not at all. That's pretty common to not lose a lot of weight. I mean, I lost some weight, but I just didn't lose the 5% like he was wanting. And I'm very, very strict with myself, and I did not stray. So I had a little bit of trouble, of course, with the protein shakes, trying to get the right one, but other than that, I was really true to the diet. This weekend was really hard. Weekends are always hard for me. We're usually out and about, and that means restaurants or fast food. And Saturday, we found ourselves at Wendy's because that's my daughter's favorite place to get a hamburger from. And everybody ate but me. I sat there and I drank my little protein shake, and I stayed involved in my kids' time eating. I encouraged them, talked to them, so I was much more involved. But it kind of sucked. I didn't have a French fry or nothing. But I did it, so it was fine. And then that evening, we called my mother-in-law because she has a treadmill that she's letting us use. And we were hoping to just go over there and get the treadmill. And she said, well, let's go eat. And she wanted to go and eat at a Mexican food place. Texas eat a lot of Mexican food. And although I'm not like an adventurous eater, I still enjoy chips and queso and tortillas and all those things. But, I made sure that I didn't even take one bite of a chip. And it was hard. Not because I wanted it or craved it, but because it's the socially acceptable thing to do. Everybody's sitting around the table eating and talking, and I'm just sitting there drinking my water. Finding something to eat was a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. Ended up sharing a single order of fajitas with my daughter, and I just ate the meat. And then for the side, they had sauteed vegetables, which they said had like zucchini and squash and carrots and some other crap. So I got that, but I mean, those were so loaded with butter and crap that I just, I really ate very little of it. So I didn't eat much. So I felt like I did the best that I could given the circumstances. Um, but I won't lie. It was hard. Today was fine. Um, I ate my meal at lunch because of my surgery, and so my mom and I went shopping with my girls, and I drank water. No eating involved. My mom uh, had some pretzels to give to my kids, and she's like, "Hey, do you want one?" "Oh, sorry, you can't." And then we were walking down the mall, and she's like, "Hey, would you like a drink?" "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, you can't." And she wasn't doing it to be mean. She just really and truly forgot that I can't, and that's okay. I don't expect the world to remember everything about my diet in my life, so it was okay. It was just funny that she would catch herself before I could even say anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's the day. Yay! Um, Everybody keeps asking me if I'm nervous. No. Like, should I be? I don't know. Should I be nervous? I don't think I should be. I've had lots of surgeries over my life, so I am not nervous about anesthesia at all. In fact, the thing that I worry about the most is the dang IV. I don't like the IV. But other than that, I actually think going to sleep for a procedure or surgery or anything like that is actually really cool. So that's the geek in me, though. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be tiring. It's gonna be a long day. I know that I'm gonna be in pain. I know that my life is gonna change forever, and I'm all right with that. I'm ready to see the scale drop. I'm ready to find myself again. I'm going to have my husband take some pictures tonight, some before pictures. I'm going to try to take some with like a sports bra and some athletic shorts, so I'm like really going to show off. But then I'm also going to put on an outfit that like I would wear right now, and can't wait to see what those clothes look like on me as I progress. I have decided on a couple of my milestones. If you have watched my previous videos, you'll know that I was struggling with what to give myself as like little milestone rewards. And I wanted to do something at 50 pounds lost, 100 pounds lost, and then my goal, 150 pounds lost. So I decided on the 151 really fast. I decided that I wanted to finally get family portraits done. And get one framed and hung in the house, because right now you won't find a picture of me in this house. I don't like myself. I don't like to be in front of the camera. So you see pictures of my kids and pictures of my husband, but no pictures of me. And it's time to change that. So that's my goal. When I get to my final weight, that's where I'm going to be. So anywhere between 150 and 170. If I get there, I'm booking the appointment. Done. And then I decided that at 100 pounds lost, that even though my mother-in-law has given us her treadmill to use, it's kind of big and clunky and old. So at 100 pounds lost, I get a new treadmill, as long as I've been using the one that we have. As long as like I've incorporated that into my life. So, but that's what I want to do. Give myself new piece of workout equipment, Maybe not a treadmill at that point, maybe a bike or something like that, but I think a treadmill is probably what I'm going to go for. Maybe an elliptical, but just something, because I've never bought one new and I've never bought one for myself. So that's what I'm going to do at 100 pounds lost. I still don't know what to do at 50 pounds. I mean, if I go by like my highest weight, which is what I'm going to do from 307, but I'm rounding down to 300. I know. That's 7 pounds. That's a lot. But for the math, it's easier to say 300, 250, 200, 150. A lot easier. So when I get to 250, then what am I going to do? Well, I've already lost, well, if I don't do the 7 pounds, then I've already lost 20 pounds of the 50 before the surgery. I mean, that's still good, but I don't know. I got to figure out something because it's not really working. I'm going to reach it, I feel like, too quickly. And so it doesn't need to be something that, like, oh, I struggled like I will for the 100 pounds and the 150. So I really don't know what to do. It has to be small. I can't really afford too heck of a lot right now with all this medical expenses and everything. But I got to come up with something because it's going to be here really fast. So maybe I'll just treat myself to some clothes or something. I don't know. But that's it. I'm going to go and read all my pre-op packet again. Make sure I haven't missed anything. I have to put a patch behind my ear tonight for nausea. I have to set an alarm to make sure I take this one pill at 5 o'clock in the morning exactly for nausea. Bring all of my medicine. Bring my CPAP machine that I hate. Yeah, so I got a lot to do. I'm gonna better get started. So, I'll see you on the other end of the surgery. Peace out, YouTube.